so sorry.
Bayside was having technical difficulties. Is still having technical difficulties.
Sorry. Okay, we're
5 viewers. Whoa, guys.
Wow.
Okay. 5 people saw that, Annie.
Oh my god. Okay. So a lot of stuff happened at once because
This is our version of entertainment for you guys. I mean, I know you're laughing while you're watching, so I think it's working.
I've surfaced. So the reason there was a bit of chaos was because my phone decided to die, and I'm in charge of the next segment, and I need that critical information.
In the meantime, we're going to do Songs of the Week while Colorado pulls that up.
Yep.
So you just heard 1901 by Phoenix, Daylight by Matt and Kim, and Something Good Can Work by Two Door Cinema Club. And if you haven't heard those before, obviously you were missing some of the greatest indie music ever. Mm-hmm. So you should probably go back to 2012?
2009.
Whoa, 9.
Yeah, I looked that up last night. That was
check
8
some of
years
those
ago.
out. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a long time ago, guys.
That's kind of crazy. All right, so I got it pulled up. Don't worry. So speaking of throwing it back, actually, that's a good segue. What was recently announced, in the past day, was that That's So Raven is getting a spin-off. And
my goodness.
Yeah. So, according to an article from Deadline, there's going to be a spin-off called Raven's Home, which I'm okay. I don't really like the title. It's kind of bland. But it's going to be Raven and Chelsea Vanderpool, or not Chelsea, she plays Chelsea, and Elise Vanderpool. They're both going to be reprising their roles as the best friends Chelsea and Raven. Boston and I actually saw Annalise Vanderpool in real life last year.
5 seconds.
Yes,
it was great.
Yeah, and so what they're playing, they both have kids now because time, and Raven has twins who might have some qualities that Raven had, like her fun psychic ability. So chaos ensues, but then and Chelsea has a kid as well who's a couple years younger. So they both actually play divorced moms raising their kids.
Yeah, it was really sad.
No, it's empowering. So I think it's gonna be good. Someone commented and was like, that's basically the premise of Full House or Fuller House, and I'm like, yeah, but it actually doesn't matter. So because That's So Raven's amazing, and it's very different from Full House in a lot of ways, but That's So Raven, out of the shows we watched on Disney Channel when we were growing up, is the one that I still find funny, because all the other ones, it's what? This is the cheesiest thing. Why did I don't like it now? I understand why I liked it when I was younger. That's So Raven, still is hilarious. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be good. They won't disappoint. But yeah, so that's the gist of it.
This is going to be their second spin-off then, because they had Corey in the House.
Oh, it's so true. That is true.
That was a decent show. Mm-hmm. That wasn't awful. And spin-off
That was
territory.
it. Who was that guy who's in that? That was also in just what was it, Chicken Pete or whatever? That Disney Channel original movie. Jason Dolly, right? That's his name. Yeah, he was in Good Luck Charlie too.
Oh, I loved that show.
Did you guys know that the guy who plays Corey in the House? Kyle Massey. His older brother was on Zoe 101.
Yes,
I love that.
Michael,
oh my gosh,
on Zoe 101.
Because Dancing with the Stars. They were both on it.
Oh my goodness!
Was he on?
I'm sorry. Kyle was on it.
Yeah,
and
Michael
was in. No, what's his real name?
Oh my gosh, what is
the character's name?
Oh my gosh,
it's bothering me.
His actual name was Michael.
Whoa.
So he played Michael
on Zoe 101.
Oh, and in real life,
he was in the audience, and I remember just lines connecting.
Yeah. See, I think I read that sometime. I don't know. I definitely stopped watching That's So Raven. I think I was still watching Zoe 101, and I saw something Massey in the title credits, and I was like, wait, because they look super similar.
They do. Once you see them side by side, you really get that.
Now, question. correct me if I'm wrong, but the spin-off of Girl Meets World, wasn't that canceled?
Yes, it was. It was really not the greatest.
That's why I'm curious about this now somewhat similar spin-off where it's an old series from like a different generation of Disney Channel coming back.
Right.
I'm shouting. Coming back to have this like reprise of characters. So I just find it interesting, like the timing, because didn't it just get canceled? Girl Meets World. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is more of a we don't want to introduce new ideas, because recently a lot of new shows have been dying out because of like Netflix and HBO and things like that, so a lot of new shows haven't really been picking up and going off the ground as much as they should. So I think this is kind of an attempt to take a step back and be like, we're scared, so help us out and watch these old shows that you loved.
What's kind of interesting too is the factor between, so like Fuller House is on Netflix. This is going to be on Disney Channel like Girl Meets World was. So that's a factor that comes into play. The other one though is that Boy Meets World, even though this connects Boy Meets World and Full House a lot more, Boy Meets World was during the 90s.
That's true.
And not as many, I don't know, like that age group now is like the late 20s, early 30s, like they
starting families.
Right, like they don't have time, especially if it's not on Netflix to do that. Full House, I think, was able to work out because it was such a family show, and like I watched it with my family, and the
it's still
amount of
reruns
and like syndication the show has gotten is insane. And even though Boy Meets World had that a little bit as well, like I know I never personally got into it. My siblings did because they were older, but they're not going to be watching a show on Disney Channel, like. And not necessarily saying that our age group will either, but there's a lot better chance. And I know, like, I still go to Disney Channel just to, like, see what's on and, like, see what's happening. And usually it's stuff where I'm like, don't really need to watch this. But in the case with That's So Raven, I will definitely be looking into it, you know?
That is exciting.
I think, like, the demographic part of it matters as well, because I think our age group's going to be more willing to check into it and watch it.
Makes sense.
You know? Yeah. So that's like something I just thought of. I was like, wow, with Boy Meets World and the connection between the two. But hopefully it ends up being good, because I like lived for That's So Raven when I was younger, so like it best be good.
It sounds like it's all about timing, like just timing things properly. And speaking of timing things properly, we're going to go into our next music section. Woo, that transition. I'm impressed with that one. No one laughed, but it was funny.
I was smiling.
All right, so we'll see you guys after the break.